Greetings, friends, and welcome once again to another Performance Matters podcast series. Bob Mosier here, and I am honored to be once again joined by the remarkable Dr. Con Gottfredson as we go into introducing an overview of our summer series around the success and ideas and lessons learned from our 2024 5 Moments to Need Summit. We are very excited to have you understand the technology stack and the theme that we went into as we celebrated this remarkable event. Throughout the summer, we'll be introducing you to a number of participants who went deeper into the challenges that we addressed and things we learned as we got deeper into the event and now have moved into the world of apply and are trying to do the best to handle and master these challenges in doing our 5 Moments of Need workflow learning. We hope you enjoy. All right, friends, welcome back to another Performance Matters podcast series. Bob Mosier here, and I am honored to be back with my sidekick, a dear friend in life and business partner, Dr. Con Gottfredson. Welcome, Con.
Thank you, and it has been an honor to be your sidekick all these years.
It has, and we want to thank all of you that have been such remarkable followers of the series. We hope it's helpful. By all means, as always, let us know what you think. Ideas, feedback, insights, love to hear it all. We are trying to do our best to make these meaningful and help you on your performance journey, 5 Moments journey. And so today we're doing an interesting launch, Con, to a summer series. We finished back in May our remarkable third version of our 5 Moments to Need Summit. We had 85 remarkable technology cohort organizations who are on the 5 Moments to Need journey gather in Charlotte. We're going to do the same little plug next May 2025, again in Charlotte. You can find out more information about that on the 5 Moments of Need website. But we just had a blast. And this year, Con, we had some emphasis on the realities of the technology stack, as we call it. It's come a long way. It's been a remarkable journey for many organizations. It's become kind of a cloudy one for many. And with AI, holy cow, it's gotten even a little more complex based and also, fed by the remarkable AI Matters series that you and Chris hosted, if folks want to go deeper there. But our theme, we pick one every year, was the technology stack as it's become. And today we want to introduce you holistically to that. So as you go into the series, you have a better understanding. And then we'll tell you a little bit more about the series when we wrap up this particular podcast. But kind of we want to go a little deeper into this whole technology stack thing. What do we mean by it? And why is it so important to 5 Moments, frankly?
Well, our experience with most organizations is that their technology stack is an evolutionary expression of decisions made over time with their technologies really working separately, kind of in silos, if you will. But what we're finding is that organizations are wanting to orchestrate their technologies in an optimum way. And so this summit and the technology stack is all about not just looking at the technologies, but saying, how do they work together and contribute together in a way that will allow us to be as efficient and effective as we can in enabling people to be effective in their work and accelerating work performance through learning and performance support, if you will. Yeah. So the technology stack has to line up against what it is that we do, right? And that's what we've been working on.
You couldn't have said any better, my friend, because in my 40-year journey, I wish I could say personally, and I think many listeners would agree, that our learning technology stack was an intentional evolutionary journey. Stack implies something built on another. And between you and I, my experience anyway, and I think a lot would agree, is it hasn't been that strategic or that planned, but here we sit, right? Here we sit with all these, and I love your words, siloed technologies. And in the world we live in today, and the beauty of performance support, 5 Moments, Gloria Geary's definition in 1991 was an orchestrated set of services. And that's where we tried to go this year. And you and your work brought some brilliant clarity to that. And today we're going to overview it. And one of our favorite expressions is methodology begets technology, not the other way around. And whenever 5 Moments has worked, I would argue any learning technology has worked. It's when the tool in and of itself was not a hammer looking for a nail. It was the thing that we, as any artist, any professional, any carpenter, would do is pick the right tool for the right job, have them complement each other in a powerful way so that we get to an outcome. So in our work, we talked about the methodology around 5 moments being in 3 stages: design and maintain your 5 moments need solution. Then you have to deliver it and optimize it, your 5 moments of need solution. And the beauty of workflow learning, 5 moments, is that you can finally measure. How do you track the business impact, ROI, finally, of a 5 moments need solution? So recapping again: design and maintenance, you have to start, you have to build, deliver and then optimize, and then track the results and business impact on what you did. So Con, can you lay over that, the platforms, as we called them,
Sure.
that have emerged out of all this stuff we've bought?
Happy to do that. So we have lots of different systems, but what we have found is that there are 5 fundamental platforms, if you will. When we say platform, it's an area where there are systems working together for a specific purpose. A measurement platform working together, all the different technologies working together to ensure that we can measure in the way they need to. Collaborative work platform. Different organizations have different systems and multiple systems really dealing with collaborative work. And then you've got, of course, the knowledge and content management platform, which cuts across all 3 of those areas that you're talking about, that you've mentioned, design and maintain, deliver and optimize, track and report. Certainly knowledge and content management feeds all of that. Whereas collaboration, is focusing fundamentally on the delivery and optimizing those things. And then there are the two kingpins, really. Knowledge and content management, collaborative work, measurement. Those are important systems to feed what it is that we do. And one is that we build and implement and put in place learning experience and delivery solutions, right? And so we have a myriad today in organizations of tools, technologies, systems, if you will, adhering to that. And some of them are dealing with the design and maintenance, others the delivery and the ongoing optimization of that. And then other parts are dealing with tracking. And that's where the huge investment has been, really. But then there's this world that pulls it all together, which is the performance support workflow learning platform. And that is the piece that makes everything whole. Because that performance support platform with the tools and systems that we have there, that feeds and extends and takes the learning experience and makes it operational, right? When we talk about the 5 moments, the moments of apply, solve, and change are very important extensions of learning new and learning more. But those are the 2 pieces, and performance support cuts across all 3 of those. Learning the same, but there's a more extensive role to play when it comes to the performance support platform.
So again, friends, recap. There's the learning experience and delivery platform, which many of you know, i.e. LMS, frankly, things you've done to deliver the learning experience. There's the knowledge content management platform area, which you have great experience in, and back in the single source days and reusable learning object, for those of you old enough on this podcast, remember those, that really has come back in a big way, which we'll talk about in just a moment, and cuts across, of course, the whole thing. Collaborative work environments, fairly new, teams, these other things that are really powerful. And then there's measurement, which is really remarkable in this world because of what the last platform category, performance support workflow learning solutions, can do. And to your point, Con, we talked about the world of brokering. We talked about what digital coaches do. Until that platform came along, candidly, I think everything struggled.
Yeah, they were siloed like we've talked about, and they didn't carry the day. They weren't enough to get us to where we need to be in terms of human performance in the workflow.
Brilliant. So friends, if you want access to that graphic we just described, which is a graphic, by all means, reach out via our emails or through the 5 Moments in Need website. and we'd be happy to provide that for you. But really important in this world. But then there's AI Con. You spent the last several months with Chris King going through this, and you've been doing work of your own within our discipline. You met some remarkable thought leaders and practitioners along that journey. Why is this such a remarkable, and we in the graphic we have it sort of as a wrapper around all platforms. What's your thinking as far as the transformational power of that?
Well, it is the wrapper because AI is finding its way into every technology that we have, really, to lighten the load, to bring greater efficiency and effectiveness to what we're doing there. So in the world of learning, obviously, the development of learning solutions, the development of content, same with performance support. But in every area, really, AI is finding its way to lift, to help us speed up, to move faster, be more focused in our work. So it wraps around it. And as you said, methodology as well. AI without the right methodology can take us to all the wrong places. AI can be misdirected. It can be very effective, taking us to ineffective places and deliver ineffective results. And so methodology combined with AI has to wrap around all of our technologies. If not, the technologies, we end up going to places that simply don't get us where we need to go. As Yogi Berra said, you're not going to get there from here.
So, friend, let's go back on one platform. I sort of want to wrap this part up with, and then go into the outcomes from the summit, so we can set up the summer series we're going to go deeper in. Knowledge management really has found its place, I think. Again, a lot of lost efforts in the 90s and other times with this. And I want to be careful here, because actually recently we were kind of accused by a platform vendor that we are not knowledge management fans or content management fans, or that we don't think that they have had their place or been worth the effort or had an impact. I think we believe in all of those. I think where we often chime in is that they've not reached the potential that they could. It's not that they haven't been helpful or efforts worth doing. And so why is this, and let's, again, if you don't mind, kind of use AI as the pivot here, besides what a digital coach can do in orchestrating that information. We've done some work recently with some large global enterprises that really have pivoted back to the importance, and performance support digital coach always makes you look at assets. It always brings this back to the collection of, brokering of, aggregation of all the disparate content systems, of which many of these are across organizations. What is the impact that knowledge management's having on this whole AI movement?
Knowledge management is that broad umbrella, and nested in there is a very powerful component of knowledge management, which is content management. And that's the ability, at the heart of content management is the ability to, from a single source, write once, translate in all the ways that you need to, but then produce all of your deliverables. One of the great challenges in a work environment that is ever changing is being able to keep up with that change. Organizations survive to the degree that they're able to be adaptive, right? The time it takes to design, build, and deliver a solution is too long today. Any L&D group that is working and applying the old ways of designing, building, and implementing a solution in traditional ways is going to fail their company, their organization, because we've got to be able to design, deliver, implement at the speed of change. And no company is going to get there without putting in place content management practices. And that can include learning content management technologies. But organizations can be applying practices today that don't require technology, but will allow them to be ready, to be smart and to have their content structured and ready to go, so that as AI steps in, AI can help them accelerate that content management effort. but it's all about structuring your content in a way and in an intentional way. And then over time, finding the technology to help you get there.
I had the good fortune last week of being overseas with Donald Clark. We've had him as a guest before. Really remarkable guy in AI. Been in it for years, way ahead of it being the Dolly of the day, so to speak, or the acronym everyone. And generative AI is really what's brought AI into the forefront. AI has been around forever. Not forever, an awful long time. We've been using AI since you've got Netflix or logged on to Amazon. And even before then. But right, the generative AI thing is really what brought this whole ChatGPT and others to fruition. And he made a really powerful comment after showing some really dazzling outcomes of the technology, is that, look, there's hard work behind this. And it's as intelligent as the structure it deals with. And what it produces is as clear or crisp or correct as the structures it's allowed to mine in remarkable ways and speed. So he said it's the garbage in, garbage out model. Has been around forever. It was interesting to see him fall back on that. I hadn't heard that cliche in years. But back in database design and other things, right? We had the garbage in, garbage out thing. But he said it really is so true, because it's mining a lot of garbage. And it's harder for it without the power of structure that you know how to and have seen gleaned from that important platform discipline.
As you mentioned, we did some work for a global organization, and with a huge number of people that they were responsible for training and maintaining the skill sets and so forth. And with all of their deliverables, we identified 12 content objects and structured them that they could then use to create every solution that they needed to create. And so you do that and you have your content structured. Technology then can figure out what to do with those structures in powerful ways, especially AI.
Mm-hmm. So leaning into the series, what happened, friends, then at the summit, what we do is once we pick our themes and we get into our areas, we then dive deep into challenges, because we believe that the only reason, or one of the most powerful reasons to gather people together, is to solve critical problems, delve into critical things. And so across to design and maintain, deliver and optimize, and track impact, which again is the methodology laid over the technology, the group gleaned 9 challenges. Under design and maintain, it's how to align your 5 moments with the business outcomes in the first place of what you're going to be allowed to design, how to strategically migrate to a performance first mindset, because if your organization can't go there and let you go there, L&D team doesn't design or understand that, you never get to 5 moments. And then last, of course, how to implement and integrate a digital coach into your existing technology stack, which we just talked about. And we went deep into all of those. Deliver, optimize, we talked about managing content with stakeholders, classic governance stuff, right? How to help learners shift to this approach now if they're using it. And really, once they get started, not revert back to old habits of learning and support. And finally, how do we scale your proof of concept? Once you're to the delivery optimized stage, a one-hit wonder doesn't get any traction, doesn't move the needle. You have to move from POC, which by proof of concept definition does just that, to doing it and building more. And then finally, track, which we were really fortunate to have a remarkable thought leader, Patty Phillips, on there to talk about her and her husband Jack's remarkable work. And we got into how to measure and to go into your measurement strategy, get away from completions to true ROI, how to prepare for and engage your stakeholders in the business impact dialogue. Many of them don't even know how to frame that, frankly. So how do we help them? And then how do you leverage your digital coach within a measurement framework? 9 really powerful challenges that we will go deeper into this summer in the series. Tom, when you look across those, which one do you find the most challenging? Maybe not so much for you per se, but when it came to the summit, when it came to our participants, which one do you think gave them the most pause? Even maybe which area gave them the most pause, do you think?
Well, most organizations, it was clear to us, have been struggling in figuring out how to track impact, how to measure impact.
Mm-hmm.
We're so consumed in the designing and maintaining and delivery and optimizing that we just run out of energy. And frankly, it becomes overwhelming, right? How do you go about it? And most attempts are costly. And so that's the area that is least evolved really in our industry. But the great news is that when you look at the entire technology stack and begin to look across that stack at a true 5 moments of need solution, you have the ability, because you're now stepping into the workflow, you're providing digital coach capability. We have the ability to gather data real time and to tie the things that we do to actually business impact. And so the great aha of the conference was also there in that area. And that is that
Brilliant.
we can truly gather data, align what we do with business impact in ways that we've never been able to do so in the past. Talk about that one as we come to it in this series.
So, friends, what we're going to do over the next several weeks throughout the summer is we're going to bring in some remarkable participants from the summit. These remarkable learning leaders, your colleagues that went deep into all these, and they're going to share where they are. They're going to share their experience. They're going to share the process that we went through, not just at the summit, but now that they're back at work, they're in the flow. How are they applying these things, and give you some remarkable best practices, lessons learned, good, bad, and ugly, of them digging into these challenges areas as well. We hope you are as excited as we are to meet these individuals, go deeper into these really critical topics to us in the world we live in today. And Con and I will both be hosting and welcoming those people across the summer. So Con, thanks for a great kickoff, a great overview, and we look forward to digging deeper. Thanks, friend. Great to have you here as always.
Thank you, Bob.
Well, that's it for this episode of the 5 Moments of Need Performance Matters series. We look forward to future conversations around how to best put the 5 moments of need into practice. We welcome your feedback and can be reached on Twitter using my Twitter handle at BMOSH, as well as our 5 Moments of Need website, which is www.5momentsofneed.com. We hope you're finding these helpful and will subscribe to future episodes. Have a great day, friends.